Have you ever wondered what the hardest decision to make in real estate is? Today, with Alan
and Betsy,
we are going to tell you from coastal Virginia. You know, people go to sell their houses and they're really stressed and worried and things, but it all really comes down to one decision. You know what that is?
Nope.
That decision is who you choose to be your real estate agent. Lots of times people are struggling who they're going to choose. You know, they've got this third cousin, they got this friend that just got their license, they got their spouse works with somebody, their spouse's spouse is a real estate agent. Here's the thing you've got to understand. When you are choosing a real estate agent, this is many people's largest financial investment they'll ever make.
Absolutely.
And when it comes down to it, most of the time, and I'm not saying I'm agreeing or disagreeing with this, but you're going to pay somebody that's done 2 deals in their career the same as you're going to pay somebody that's done 2,000 deals in their career. And just like in any business, experience matters. And what happens traditionally is you will call in and interview agents. Now, here's the thing about it. When you go to interview agents, there's a few things you got to look for. First thing I would look for is the agent experienced in your specific market?
Yes.
Does it matter?
Yes.
I mean, we get agents. We've got to, there's some really experienced agents come out of Northern Virginia sometimes, and they've developed what's called a satellite team here. They have no concept of what goes on in our market. It's very different than Northern Virginia or the Richmond market. Totally different.
I am not driving to Northern Virginia or Richmond to sell a house.
You know what I think about those agents that come from another market and come down here? They're greedy. Really, that's all it is. They are trying to reach out and go, they're afraid to refer their buyer to somebody that would get better service, or their seller listing to somebody that could provide better service in the market. They refuse to do that over the paycheck. Yeah. And so I want you to know, don't ever choose somebody to work with outside of your market. Here in coastal Virginia, we focus on coastal Virginia. We don't go to Richmond. We don't go to Northern Virginia. We don't go to Blacksburg. We don't go anywhere just because somebody knows us. Right. We want to do it right.
No, we give that to a very experienced agent in that market that is going to take better care of you because they know that market.
Right. Now, the other thing, when you're looking to hire that agent, besides just experience in your market, what you're looking for is how accessible are they? Because communication is the #1 complaint every year we hear from NAR and from all the surveys that are done is that my agent never communicated. My agent never communicated. Well, there's some reasons behind that. Real estate, it's not an easy job. I've got to tell you, when you come into it, some agents go out there, they watch too many real estate agent reality TV shows, and they think this is all about wearing really nice outfits, driving really nice cars, and going out there and just socializing all day.
Having lunch.
That is not what it's about. When you're in real estate, there's a lot of moving parts. First of all, you have to prospect some because you have to have leads. If you don't have leads, you don't have customers and clients, you don't get business. The next thing is you have to be able to build presentations based on the properties or the buyers, what they're looking for. You then have to be able to show houses or list and market houses, so you have to have marketing expertise because marketing has become a true science. It is not just throwing a picture out there on the MLS and putting a sign in the yard and praying. That's not what's going to work today. And so what you have to understand is you have to have marketing expertise.
Don't just bury St. Joseph and hope it sells.
Yeah, upside down, by the way. But anyway.
Buy the for sale sign.
Anyway, what you need to understand is besides marketing, you have to have some financial background because there's so many different finance programs. Now, we have a lender, Chris over here. He's in his office hiding. We would bring in somebody like that. But then the other thing is the paperwork. Oh, my gosh, the paperwork. When I started,
Oh, gosh, what, 1989?
Yeah, a long time ago. She usually
Before
says,
Jesus was born?
Before Jesus is born. That's what I was looking for. So when I started, the whole contract was a page and a half. Today, the contract is 17 pages, plus all the addendums, plus all the change forms. Before you know it, you're in the 25 or so pages before you're done with the deal.
That's why Brett Thompson and all the attorneys get paid.
That's it. They design all these contracts. Now, an agent needs to understand each part of it because one paragraph can mean something in one situation and something else in another situation. So you've got to understand all the paperwork. Then you've got to get it processed. Then you have to go through all the inspections and all the things. Here's the thing. An individual agent is just not qualified in each of those fields. And because they're not, it takes them more time to get the job done because they're constantly going back because it's not something they do or it's not something in their background. One thing to look for, a strong team. And a strong team is not a team leader and 22 agents and one staff person.
Correct.
That is not a strong team. That's a bunch of agents that have gone together for marketing purposes so that they can say they sell this many houses a year. That's all it is. What you really need is a team that has experts in each one of those specific areas.
Right.
Who do we have on the team?
Oh my goodness. We have 5 staff. We have Amanda, who's our ops person, who we cannot live without. We have our TC, Hannah, who we absolutely love, who definitely does all of the paperwork. And then we have Vicky, client concierge, does all of the vendors like
Inspections, contractors.
Everything. She does, she is the whip. She gets all of them into check. Then we have Morgan, who makes sure that she goes to all of the walkthroughs and she does all of the buyer showings and all of that kind of stuff. And then we have Haley, who is our marketing person, and she specializes in all things marketing. When people say, Betsy, you were in the hospital and your social was going great and everything was happening there, she does all of that. And, we still also have people who do all of our YouTube and all of our Google and all of that kind of stuff. We have people who
Do
manage all
videos
of
for
that.
us. So
Stacy's behind the camera right now. Fantastic.
So here's the thing. That decision you make when you make it, and here's what we know. Most of the time, individual agents are out there getting a fee, getting paid, and not doing anywhere near the job that needs to be done to sell your house. So the hardest decision you're ever going to make, who you choose to put as your agent. And when you make that decision, we want you to make it with the right things in mind. Choose the right agent, who is
Betsy and Alan.
So till next time, this is Alan
And Betsy.
from Coastal Virginia.